Okay, so now that we took our plot notes and we refreshed a little bit, we are going to practice. So we're going to read the little fable called The Ant and the Grasshopper. And you can, as you can see, our directions say, use color highlighters underlining the 5 stages of plot in the following fables. Identify the lesson and write it in the last line of the fable. I'll explain when we get there. So we have our key. Okay, our key says our exposition will be blue, our rising action will be yellow, our climax will be pink, our falling action will be purple, and our resolution will be green. I'm going to read it through first, and then we're going to go back through and highlight our different parts of plot. In a field one summer's day, a grasshopper was hopping about, chirping and singing to his heart's content. An ant passed by, bearing along with great toil an ear of corn he was taking to the nest. "Why not come and chat with me," said the grasshopper, "instead of toiling and moiling in that way?" "I am helping to lay food for the winter," said the ant, "and I recommend you do the same." "Why bother about winter?" said the grasshopper. "We've got plenty of food at present." But the ant went on its way and continued its toil. When the winter came, the grasshopper had no food and found itself dying of hunger. It saw the ants distributing every day corn and grain from the stores they had collected in the summer. Then the grasshopper knew, lesson learned, that he should have listened to the ant and been more prepared. I like that. So we're going to add that in. He knew that he should have listened to the ant and had, where are we at? There we go. Been more prepared. I'm going to get rid of the lines. Okay. There we go. So what we're going to do is go through and annotate in our colors. So remember, our exposition tells the time, the setting, climate, and the characters. So in the field one summer day, a grasshopper is hopping about, chirping and singing to its heart content. An ant passed by, bearing along great toil an ear of corn, and he was taken to the nest. Well, right here, a field one summer's day is our when and where. And then our characters are our ant and our grasshopper. So I'm going to make this whole little paragraph blue. Okay, that's our exposition. So we know it's color coded. So after our exposition, we have our events that build suspense and rise to the climax. Okay, so everything in between. Now, sometimes I find it easier to figure out what the climax is and then go fill everything back in with our rising action. So our most exciting part, or our turning point, would be when in the winter the grasshopper had no food and it found itself dying of hunger. Well, that's a pretty big change considering he was having fun and playing, and then all of a sudden, now he's dying of hunger. So if this is our climax, that means everything in between is our rising action. So now we have our exposition, our rising action, and our climax. However, now we need our falling action and our resolution. Our resolution is our lesson learned with our end of the story. Okay, so to me, then the grasshopper knew that he should have listened to the ant. Okay, well, that's a aha moment going into the future. He'll know. So that's our resolution. That makes everything in between our falling action. So when I look, zoom out a little bit if I can. I can't. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to have to scroll a little bit. If you look at your plot diagram in your notes, this follows the exact plot diagram. You have your exposition, your rising action, your climax, your falling action, and your resolution. Notice that most of your text is yellow. In any book, most of your text that is rising action would fall into this category. Your rising action is your biggest chunk of your book or text. So what you're going to do now is you're going to read The Boy Who Cried Wolf, and you are going to practice this on your own.